All right, here we are again, getting all excited. I don't know about you, but these things do excite me because there's just so much control here that we've never had before, and they are supported by just about any browser that you're going to think of that are out there. So let's do one more thing here. Actually, let's control the background by putting an image in the background. We haven't actually done that yet. I'd be careful when you use images because anything you're adding to a web page is going to increase download time, and a landing page should load within about 8 seconds, 8 to 10, or you might have a problem. So anything you do is going to increase that, but we're going to put something in the background and give you an idea how that works. What we need to do actually, though, is I want to create another CSS style that I can use for that background. So we're going to go ahead and go in and click New. And we'll click here and tell the computer that we want to redefine an HTML element, and that element is going to be the body tag. So we're going to select here and go up to body, alphabetical. This document only? No. This time we're going to make a new style sheet for this. Why? Well, we just need to get into the habit of doing that, I think. Click OK. We'll call this, we'll call it main. We already have a body selected. We're going to call this one main body. All right. This one is going to go into CSS. Remember, this is a new file. So make sure you select the CSS folder and click Save. All right. Don't worry about font families or anything. Go right to background. In background, we could choose a color. We've never done an image. So go ahead and click Browse and go into your Images folder. You're going to find Background Gray GIF. Select it. Click Choose. We have the choice of repeating in a tile, an X or a Y, horizontal or vertical, or no repeat at all. Slap it in the middle of the screen. We went over these in an earlier chapter. We're just going to do a standard run-of-the-mill tile. And if we apply, there you go, and there's our background, assuming you even want something like this. Now, I made this particular piece in Photoshop, and all I really did is took a gray square and I put some noise inside of it, so it actually looks pretty good in the background. It gives it something other than just a solid color look. And we can always save this and come over here and click our button and see what it looks like. It will tell me this sometimes, because what I did is I changed that CSS file. I need to save that too. So that's what it's telling me. When you see that, click Yes. And there you go. Notice you really can't tell where the box begins and ends. And that's a nice thing about doing things like noise or what's called film grain, which are Photoshop features. And now we have a different kind of background, and we're still floating along. But we have one more thing I want to talk about. When we did this float, we did an auto 0, 0. Top and bottom are 0. But you'll notice this thing is not all the way at the top. Now the reason for that is different browsers sometimes have a different interpretation of where the 0 pixel is. And maybe I don't want that. So let's do one more thing. Let's close out of here. Let's go back into our new main body CSS. Now you have to open this right here and then come down and double click on body. Go into box, go into margin, same for all, and type in a 0. Now watch what happens when I apply. So it pushes it all the way to the top. Now, I don't want the top that close. I want all these others. They're fine. So we're going to turn off now, same for all. Let's put in a nice number like about a 5 or something. Give it a little bit of breathing room at the top. And there you go. You've managed to control the margin, and this should stabilize it throughout the entire browser set, Mac and or Windows. Click OK. Now, the document's already saved. We changed a rule. If we come up here and click and go into Preview, it'll ask us again that question, and that's what it's telling us. We changed a rule, but it has to be saved, and click Yes. And as you can see, we have a little bit of breathing room up here. We're happy with that, and we are still floating madly along. Not too bad. Do not forget to save the document before you move on.